Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Gelly Rolls. If you are new here, hello and welcome. Today I get to unbox this very fun Gelly Roll Moonlight. So this is the Moonlight, and I've been testing the ones that I have here at home and really decided that the Moonlight is the one that is my favorite. So I only had like three colors, I think. So of course, what did I do? I need to get more, right? So that's what we're going to be doing today. It's going to be short and sweet. This video is going to be short and sweet. I really just wanted to unbox this with you, and then we can try it with on the August journal. So we can try it here and see how vibrant the colors and how opaque the colors really are. So here we go. I'm going to switch to my front camera. Nope, not the front camera, but we need to switch to overhead so we can look at this one. All right, so in this kit, I got this from Amazon, and this one will have 10 pens, and there's a lot of different kind of like neon colors in here. So I love it. I think this is the one that I have, the blue and the turquoise color, so that aqua color in there. And I'm not sure, I mean, because like what I've mentioned in kind of like my previous video, I almost threw away all my Gelly Rolls. So I was just not using them. And of course, our August journal for, this month is a blackout journal. And I'm like, okay, I need to try out the new pens. I need gel pens now. So there's 10 colors in this set. We have like a neon yellow in here. We have, I wonder if they have names. I'm not even sure. They have numbers, so maybe that's it, how you're going to know what it is. So I wish that there's names. I really love pens that have names. This one doesn't. So there's orange and almost like a reddish orange. There's a neon pink. You have a pink, like a hot pink. This one is more like a coral pink, but maybe it's not giving you that shade in camera. This one is like a turquoise or like an aqua color. This one is more blue, and this one is purple. So we're going to try it. I believe that these pens, so it's Moonlight 06. So it has a 0.3 millimeter line and a 0.6 ball. What does that mean? I don't even know, but I know it's a fine tip. So I'm going to go in with the 0.3. I think that's it. And then I'm going to put in my camera a bit closer so we can really see it. Now, one thing that I know with the Gelly Rolls is sometimes the flow of the ink is not super smooth, especially if you're using a fine tip. So, what I'm discovered is that you want to just kind of like flick the pen just a little bit, just like that, to get the ink flow started. So this is the neon yellow. So how's everybody doing today? I hope you're all doing well. I have just finished my workshop, a great collaboration with Altenew. I did post that in our community section, so I hope you'll be able to check it out. So this is the neon yellow. It is a brush lettering class, but I tell you what, that class it goes beyond just lettering, because we are diving in the world of mixed media. We are creating some affirmation cards. We're also going to be creating, we're creating some handmade cards, DIY cards, and then for the live video, we're going to create a very fun wall art with your own brush lettering. Of course, you can choose. Maybe it's a name, it's a gift for a loved one, or something like that. So you get to choose. But so aside from the 6 classes, is this 6 or 7? I think 7 pre-recorded. I think it's 6 pre-recorded videos. We also get to go and play and craft live together. So that one is available over at altenew.com. So this one is the neon green, or is it just green? I'm not sure, because there's no name. How would I know? All right, let's just kind of like flick it. I didn't have any issues with the yellow, so it was just kind of like going smooth, and I didn't have, you know, there's no skipping, so that's good, because most of the time that's my problem with Gelly Rolls, is that skipping, and I have to kind of like go over it, but this time I didn't have that problem. So I'm just going to put a neon green because it looks neon green to me. I love the fine tip, I really do. I love using fine tip like this because I'm able to really write very neatly, because that's not always the case. It really is, I promise. Especially if I'm using like a thicker tip of a pen, for example, bullet tip, you know, it's not always neat. Neon green. I feel like this one, see how I feel like this, I'm getting lesser ink as I was writing. Oh no, because it was still wet. So this one was dry, and now I can really see how opaque the word green is as well. When I pointed it out, it was still wet. And then as it dries, you get a more vibrant, more opaque. So, wow, that is like the opposite in watercolor. Watercolors, when you first apply your colors, you get like this super vibrant, super intense colors. But with this one, you get lighter color on the paper while it's still wet, and then it becomes more vibrant and opaque as it dries. That's fun. So this one is the neon orange. I love it. So far, no problem with any skipping or anything like that. And it's really vibrant, and it shows very well, shows up very well here in this black journal. So I'm just going to flick this one. This is going to be very pretty. I love the neon pinks of Gelly Rolls. I know I have this one, but kind of like maybe in 10. This one is the 6. It doesn't look like super crazy neon to me also. It's just like this really nice vibrant pink. I love it. It's like if you really want to play around with your handwriting, kind of like change the fonts like what I'm doing here. I feel like the blackout notebook is always so fun with that. All right, and that, wow, I love it. There. Now we're gonna do, let's do this orange. Sometimes maybe you kind of like clean the tip as well, because sometimes there's something in there. So I'll just say orange for this one. when I kind of like first lay down the colors, I'm like, it's not so bright or it's not so vibrant. And then I'm like, just give it a moment. And then when it dries, you're like, you get that full vibrancy of the colors. So fun. Kind of like takes you on a different adventure. Oop, okay, I've had my first kind of like problem with the ink there. Not so much, but there was a little bit. Maybe also I was applying so much pressure. Sometimes one thing I've noticed, because I really write super heavy, I feel like the ball on the tip of the pen can't kind of like, you're almost dragging it. You're almost kind of like, because I'm applying so much pressure. So I'm just trying to go as light as I can. And to also not get so tired. Ooh, this one is kind of like giving me some issues with the ink. And it doesn't look orange at all too. Why am I even calling this orange? But it's not. I mean, look at that. I don't know what to call that color. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna call this one like blossom, almost like cherry blossom pink. No, it's more, I don't know, blush. I'm just gonna call it blush. Well, I'm so glad I didn't call it like cherry blossom, because it's more like red. What? That's crazy. And it definitely isn't blush either. It's more like, I don't know, maybe in a white journal it's going to be different, but it definitely is very different on a black journal. It's more like red to me. That's crazy. I didn't have any issues with the ink skipping or anything like that. I'm going to add some width to my letter H so that it will all look uniform, and same width. That's really not blush, it's more like red color. All right, this one's supposed to be, what is this, magenta? Oops. Don't know. Just so everybody knows that this is not the official name for these pens. There is no official name that I know of. Maybe if you can go to Sakura of America, maybe the names are there, but there's nothing in the barrel of the pen that I know of or that I've seen. So I'm just making up names as I go. Then I'll use the purple. So far, I love it. Then I'll write had a little bit of skipping over there. Not really a lot. Oh, you know why we didn't flick this one, didn't we? Huh. Maybe that has something to do with that. So I'm just adding like a drop shadow in here, just to kind of give it that different effect. Purple. Uh-oh, I'm not gonna have enough. I'm just gonna make them fit on this side. Whoop, I'll flick it. I almost forgot. I almost forgot to flick. What is this? Blue. Ooh, this is lovely. Let's fill it in. See if we get like skipping. So far so good. I'm just going light with my pressure. I'm really not forcing the pen, you know, I just kind of like let that flow naturally. Put it right over there. It's pretty. It's like super, this one is like the opposite. It was like super intense, and rich in color when you first apply it, and then kind of like it lightens up. So this one is the opposite of that neon orange, because the neon orange is kind of like super light while I was applying, and then it kind of like got darker and richer and more opaque as it was drying. This one was like slightly lighter, or sorry, slightly darker when you first lay down the paper, but it gets just slightly lighter when it's dry. Not so much though. I mean, maybe I'm just kind of like being over critical here, but then last but not the least, we have this color. I'm gonna call it aqua. Aqua. So I will create like a faux brush lettering look, and I'm just kind of like mentally retracing where all of my downstrokes are. And that is where we're going to apply extra thickness to it. So we can create that faux brush lettered look in here, even when we're using like a fine tip pen. And sometimes I like this better than using a brush. There are times, I should say, there are times where I like doing this better because I feel like I can get a consistent amount of thickness in my downstrokes than when I'm using a brush. Does that make sense? So over here, even though this is like an upstroke, because it is the last letter anyways, I can kind of like add some extra thickness there. So this one is richer when it's like first applied into the paper, and then it gets lighter as it's drying. But so they kind of like all react and behave differently. I mean, they're all so pretty. So I never had issues with the skipping, only with that, which one was it? Was it the blush color, I think? Or the orange? Can't remember now. But that's it. That is our Gelly Roll Moonlight. Do you have this? What do you think of these pens? Let everybody know. Let everybody know in the comment section. Do you love this one, or do you have any particular Gelly Roll that you love? I mean, I know I like the metallics as well of the Gelly Roll, so that's something that I do like. I'm going to do the blush so I can add just a little bit of embellishment here. Do you like a thicker tip, or do you love fine tip like this as well? How do you like using your Gelly Rolls? Any ideas for us? I think the neon colors are my favorite. I don't know. Especially in this blackout notebook. It's just so fun. It's just super fun. Yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. The neon green. I think all the neons are my favorite. Then I do love the purple. I love the blue and the aqua. I don't think I care for this color very much. Even the orange one. These are the ones that I'm talking about. These two are my least favorite from this set, but everything else, I love all the colors. I don't care that much for those two colors, but the rest are kind of like, it's love. I love it. All right, so that's the Gelly Roll Moonlight. Thank you so much for joining in today. I'm going to keep using it. I use it for writing. I don't normally use it for like big lettering like this because I have the Sharpie acrylic pens. I really love using it. My intention was to use all these markers to kind of like for my writing, so just to write in print. So I've been practicing my handwriting because I just need to get better when it comes to my handwriting. I'm just like a mess. I mean, I love it when I'm like hand lettering, but when it comes to writing, poof, my handwriting is a mess. But yeah, maybe these markers will change it, maybe they won't, but either way, they're super fun in our blackout journal. If you are interested in this journal, it is an A5 dot grid journal. It is part of our August Little Bits box that is available over at littlebitsbox.com, or you may click the link in the description. So thank you all so much, everybody, for joining in, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.